Welcome to the Quitty Couple. And that's Sandy laughing. So,
The Quitty Couple.
episode.
4.
There's no guy 4, girl 4 for 4. Everyone does 4.
4.
Of course. So yeah, I think we figured out camera and the microphones now, and everything's gonna be fine.
I love how you say we.
Well, me, yeah, it was me. Try my best to get the camera clear, and that we're actually both in the video at the same time.
You can leave me out anytime, no problem.
No, we can't leave you out. You're the star of the show. You are. So it is Friday, 420.
It is 420.
Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah, although we don't partake in it.
No. So we don't really know why
Why what?
why 420 is Weed Day.
I'm sure there's
Or-
a reason. It's just that we
We're
don't
not
know.
qualified to answer why.
Yeah, not my jam.
Yeah, no. Never been in our jam.
Nope.
Of course, we've tried it.
This is our jam.
Yeah. Red like, I guess, a strawberry jam or raspberry jam. But yeah,
Well, martinis are our jam too, and there's no color there.
correct.
Yes.
But yeah, it's Friday. Week's over. Weekend's coming up.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans this weekend?
Do we not live together?
Well, because we're not having the same plans this
No,
weekend.
I know. You're playing poker all day tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
for charity.
For charity.
Yes, for charity.
Oh, yes. Have to specify that.
For sure. It's for the Liam Foundation.
Yeah. Great foundation.
Correct. Is it mitochondrial disease?
I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yes.
Mitochondrial.
I believe. Yes.
For my friend Kevin Reason and his son Liam. Yeah, so I'm sure there'll be hopefully Knuckles Nyland will be there tomorrow. Chris Nyland.
Never know.
We'll see. Because he's one of the, I guess, spokespeople for the Liam Foundation. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And you are, well, we all are going up to your parents' place first, right, in the morning?
Yes.
That's still on?
Yeah. Just do that, and then
Do that is doing what? We're just helping out.
yeah, just yard stuff.
Yard
Basic
stuff.
yard stuff. Nothing exciting.
If the rain holds off, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Helping out. So yeah, this is episode 4. We are the Quitty Couple. And Sandy's always telling me we need a lot of topics in order to keep everything flowing. Correct?
Yes.
So what kind of topic did you choose from the list of topics?
I didn't choose any of it because your list is not fantastic. But I did find another one. Sorry.
Okay.
I want to know what 3 words best describe you.
Me personally?
No, not you. Yes, you. I just said you.
3 words that best describe me. You're putting me on the spot. We're on a podcast here.
I know. I want to know.
Now I got to think.
Okay, so thinker is not one of the words.
No,
No.
definitely not thinker. I'd say outgoing.
Okay.
No? Is that right?
Yeah.
Um,
It's not the first word that comes to mind when I think of you, but no, okay, that's fine. I'm asking you what 3 words you think describe you. So,
well, this is 2 words, but hard worker, I would say, like around the house. Like,
okay.
like I always want to renovate something or do something, like
Yeah.
whether it's outside or inside the house. We're doing renovation right now, actually, in
Yes.
the basement.
Exciting.
We'll make a video, YouTube video, before and after, during, or redoing our bathroom downstairs, putting in a new shower. Word number 2. Funny? Yeah. No, I guess no.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
two. That's 2 words now. She shot down on me.
No,
So
no.
I'm not funny.
No.
I'm not outgoing. And
No.
the 3rd word was 2 words. So,
No, go on, please. So those are the 3?
well, I don't know.
The 3?
Caring.
Okay, yes. That I'll give you.
I care a lot
Yes.
about other people
Yes.
and other things.
Yeah.
Generous.
Yeah.
I'm generous.
You are. Sometimes to a fault.
Yeah, I always like to give back
Yes.
when I can.
Yes.
You don't have to cry. It's gonna be okay.
No, that was because you're so funny.
Oh, yes. And should I return the question to you? Like, what are 3 words that best describe you? And then I will judge. Yeah, it's my turn to judge these words.
Definitely hardworking. I'll do that one too.
I would agree.
Yeah. I think that's up there.
Definitely hardworking.
Um
Whether it be at work or on yourself.
yes,
You're always
I don't sit down. I know I'm annoying.
you're always working either on your body or your mind, taking extra classes or whatever online. Whenever you can improve, you do it.
I try. Keep the brain working. What else would I say? I would say I know you never think I'm shy, but I am shy.
I've never seen you shy. Like ever.
No, I'm shy. But that, and I would say hard-headed. Another 2-worder.
Might be a slash in between there. A hyphen.
A hyphen.
Hard-headed. Could be 1 word. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, it's
I'm not an English major.
it is 2 words.
That's your sister. Let's call her up.
It is
Call a
2
friend.
words. No, it is 2 words. It's hyphenated.
It
But
is
yes,
hyphenated?
yes, but I think it's accurate.
Hard-headed?
Yeah.
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
Yeah. Those are my words.
Sometimes it's hard to,
Get through to me.
well, I don't know. Like, you're hard-headed, but you're very laid back.
Really? You think
Yeah.
I'm laid back?
You're very laid back.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, you love to have fun. You're laid back. You're like, you go with the flow of things.
Well, I think, certain things have taught me that there's no point in not going with the flow because the flow is going to continue with you or without you. So just roll with the punches.
No, I'm saying, like, if there's something going on, you're down to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, usually.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So that was a great
Icebreaker.
exercise. Miss Fraser. Teacher Fraser. I feel like I'm back in university.
Okay, so one of your good questions here on your list of not so great
Not
topics.
questions, topics.
Sorry, topics. Ever had any first dates disasters? First date disasters?
I haven't been on many first dates.
No?
I've had some first dates for sure, but not many because I've just been in
Relationships your whole
long
life?
relationships.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one first date I went on with this Italian girl. I don't even remember her name. I don't even remember how old I was. But I do remember she drove a Toyota RAV4. That I remember. And yeah, so we drove to, I don't know, some place. It was like an hour away, probably like Ottawa area or something. She's like, I know this restaurant's a really nice restaurant or bar/bar, but it's pretty far away. So I'm like, I'm down. Let's go. So we go there. Dingy place, dark, bar / I guess restaurant, pub sort of deal. I don't know. And we went there because her ex-boyfriend worked there. And she wanted to make him jealous. So that's why we went there.
Okay.
So that was an awkward first kind of date.
So was there a second date?
There was a second date, yeah.
That didn't throw you off. It was like, yeah, no problem.
No.
I'm down.
Didn't throw me off. But it didn't last long. The relationship didn't last too long.
Okay.
But that was one of my awkward first date moments.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the second date with her, we went to a coffee shop. I think I wrote this somewhere. I don't know, something, but we went to a coffee shop. And I don't even drink coffee.
You didn't?
I didn't drink coffee. I drink coffee now, but I didn't drink coffee at all back then. I hated coffee. Hated the taste of coffee. No idea why I went to a coffee shop. I think I'm
Was
the one.
that your idea?
I think I'm the one who suggested let's go to a coffee shop. And I don't drink coffee. So yeah, those are two kind of awkward things with that same person.
Interesting.
Yeah. And yourself?
I have two interesting ones.
Two.
Yes. Well, after my first divorce, I went on like a whole dating spree. I said, you know what? I'm going to just like leave myself open, see what's out there. Went online, figured I'll just meet interesting people and go from there. And so decided to go and meet this guy for breakfast one day in the Mile End. And so I show up, and I was there before he got there, and I see this guy strolling up with a really, really wrinkled shirt, and the buttons were done up on the wrong holes.
But was it like a wrinkled shirt, like he tried to dress up for the date?
No, this was like, I think he grabbed it out of his laundry basket, and it was probably like at the bottom, and this was his one sort of like...
That's what I mean, like, this is one shirt he ever
Yeah,
had.
probably the one. And so he comes strolling up, but he has a Rottweiler on a leash, and he's coming up to this breakfast place, and we had agreed that we were going to sit outside to eat breakfast. So he comes out, we sit down, and he's there with his Rottweiler and his wrinkled shirt and the wrong buttons on the wrong holes. And so we had breakfast, and
But was he good looking?
no, not great. I'm not into blondes. But anyways, so weird conversations, very artsy, fartsy, whatever, not my type of personality. But the bill comes. And so I, like, just being polite, like, said, you know, like, oh, I'll get it. Thinking, like, he'll be insistent. And he'll be like, no, I got it, you know. And he's like, oh, okay, great, thanks. So that was the first, like, meh.
Wow.
But then these kids go by on bicycles, and we were sitting right, like, up against the fence, whatever, like, around. And the dog was just on the other side of the fence. And the Rottweiler goes after the kids. And he thought it was absolutely hilarious. So I'm like, okay, this is not happening. Like, I paid the bill, and that was the end of him. So that was the end of that date. And then the second date, with him, different guy, went to...
This is after which marriage?
Still after the first divorce.
Okay, all right.
Stop it now. And then the second one was this guy had like these decent looking pictures online. Like I figured, okay, the guy's like good looking, or you know, he looked attractive enough. And so I go and I meet him, and he is...
So wait, you're saying that it's all about looks with you?
No,
or?
I'm not. But you need to be attracted.
You didn't read the guy's profile?
No, I did read the guy's profile. The guy's profile seemed fine. And his picture, he looked attractive enough. He looked normal. Like, I figured, okay, it's fine. And so I met him at a patio, like at a terrace, whatever, for a drink. And he was all of like 5'1".
Oh.
And so...
Interesting.
I'm like... 5'3"
so
3/4.
He was shorter than you.
He was shorter than me.
Did you have heels on? You must have had heels on because you like to wear
I don't
heels,
remember. This
is
is going back many years ago. Anyways, and so we ordered a drink. Not even 5 minutes into the conversation, he asks me if I like anal sex.
Straight to the point.
Within 5 minutes. I had taken 2 sips of my drink.
I like him already.
Maybe you would be good with them then. All 5'1" of them. And so there was no second date after that one either because.
So how did that just be? You just brought it up, just
straight
up asked you a question.
Yeah, he's like, we should get to know each other. We should get to know each other. He's like, we'll ask some questions. He's like, so do you like anal sex? And that was his. His warm up icebreaker question.
So how did the 10th date go with him?
Yeah, you were funny.
Were you sore?
No, but he was.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. There was no second date.
There
was no anal sex with him. No. No. Just putting it out there. So yeah, those were my 2 most interesting first dates.
It's quite the story. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
So would you like to go and look at the list of topics?
You're so funny with your topics.
What?
Because HR interview stories.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. You are in HR.
Yes.
You've been in HR a long time.
Yes.
A really long time.
Okay,
We're not
thank you.
going to get to what. Anyways.
Yeah.
Have you had any sort of horror stories or funny, like there must be funny stories. You must have interviewed many, many people in your career. What are some of the funniest things that have happened? Like has anybody farted during an interview or
no, not that I'm aware of anyway. No, not that I'm aware of. I did have somebody ask me to take off my shoe so they could look at my shoe. That was
What?
Yeah.
Was this a female or
no?
male?
It was a guy. I was interviewing him for an IT role overseas, and the interview was about to end.
Was this online or?
No, it was
in person.
It was in person. It was back before anything went online.
Okay, wait a second. The guy told you to take your shoe off.
Yes, he wanted me to take my shoe off.
And what year was this?
This was in
Before cell phone pictures or?
No, this was in probably 2006, 2007.
So there wasn't many cell phone pictures being taken back then.
Yeah, there was cell phone pictures.
In
Were there not?
2006.
I don't know, 2007?
I don't know. But was he trying to get a picture of your feet or
I have no idea. I didn't take off my shoe.
Oh, you didn't take it off?
No.
What did you say to him?
I said no. I just said I'm not taking off my shoes. The interview's over.
So you didn't hire that guy?
No, I did not hire him. That set off a few red flags. Yes.
I would assume so.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of strange.
A little bit.
Yeah, I've never really had any bad interviews while I was applying for jobs. You actually interviewed me for my job at one of my jobs, which was quite entertaining. It was fun.
You were so nervous.
I was nervous.
Yeah.
My pants were too tight.
No, I don't remember
And
that.
my jacket was too tight. Like I had just bought it.
I don't remember that.
To the life of me, still can't find that jacket. And it's the only time I ever wore it. Was for that interview. Then I lost it.
Maybe
I'm talking about like a blazer.
Maybe you left the building. You said this is too tight and threw it out.
I don't know. Can never find it ever again. I did go for an interview once when I was, I guess, I don't know, my teens, for McDonald's. They told me I got the job, but then they never called me back. So it was like a group. It was like a group interview.
Group
sort of thing,
interview,
and
yes.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Were they speaking French?
No, when they said you got the job,
Okay.
maybe they meant the other person and not me. But no, like they said, we all got the job. Whatever, you're gonna get a phone call when your starting time is and starting date, and never got a call.
Maybe they had the wrong number. Did you ever try calling them?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I did. I don't remember.
Sometimes you need to be proactive.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but I don't remember. It was way too far ago, too long ago. So yeah. So it's Friday. The weekend's up. Weekend's here. We're excited. We always get excited when the weekend comes.
Well,
Huh?
because we work hard all week.
Yeah.
It's like 2 days to do errands and throw in a nap maybe.
Yeah.
And
The week you mentioned this the other day. The weekend's not long enough. There should be a 3-day weekend.
you should have a day to get your shit done, and then 2 days to be able to like relax.
Your shit done meaning.
Meaning groceries, pedicures, all
Oh.
that stuff. Well, it's
Wow.
time consuming. You go to get your nails done, you go to get your pedicure done or whatever. There's 3 hours there, right
Not
there.
everybody gets their nails done and pedicure.
Well,
and all
I
that
do.
stuff.
I do. I still have to say, no, I won't say that.
Say it. I dare you.
No, I think it's funny that I continue to get my nails done and everything because husband number 2 had told me that was the only feminine thing about me was my nails.
Not your coochie.
I don't think he was interested in that. But anyways,
Oh, you why that marriage didn't last?
no, but anyways, so it's so funny because like I go get my nails done like every 2 weeks and that's always like a thought that comes into my head of like, oh, I'm going to be feminine again.
Really? So that's still on your mind? That comment that was
Just
made to
the
you
comment, not like
still
anything
bugs you
else.
to this day.
Well, I would like to think that I'm feminine in other
You're
ways.
you're pretty feminine.
Well, thank you, but I always like that comment makes
thank
me
God you
makes me
are.
chuckle.
God, you're feminine.
Did you just call it coochie, by the way?
Yes.
This is just registering.
I did.
What the hell?
What?
Oh my God.
What do you want me to call it?
You should have had a list of all the things you call it.
None.
You have the worst words.
What would you call it?
Oh, neither of those.
What do you mean? You wouldn't call it nun or coochie?
No.
What's the one from the Elf movie?
From the
Cotton picking nitty muggins? Cotton picking nitty muggins? I can't even say it.
That's what he calls it?
No. He's not talking about that in the movie. That's
Oh,
for sure,
okay. I'm like, wow, I don't remember that elf. Maybe that was a different version.
Yeah. Elf does Dallas. Yeah. So yeah, we're glad that we had the camera all set up and things are better now.
Yeah.
And I had another question for you. Anywhere in your life have you ever had like a weird encounter with a wild animal?
Actually, yes,
Really?
I did.
Would you stop crying, please?
Because
What's wrong with you?
Because when I laugh,
laughing
my
too
eyes
hard.
water. So this was funny. So, I think it was around.
Talking to the microphone.
I'm sorry.
You
I
always
can't.
look up when you're trying to think.
Well, because I can't remember which birthday it was, but some people when we were at the company where we were both working way back, some of the girls there for my birthday wanted to know what to get me, and I said, how about we go up to Mont Tremblant? And so we decided to do that, and so we went up to Mont Tremblant, and actually I don't know if that was the first time or the second time. Anyways, regardless, so we went up there, and there's I think 4 of us or 6 of us, and it was one of the few times that we decided, okay, like, well, we're gonna go up and smoke a joint. And so we're outside, or the girls were already outside. Most of the girls were already outside, and they were like sort of in the parking lot across from this condo that we had rented, like an Airbnb. And so they went off into the parking lot to smoke their joint so that people in the condo complex wouldn't smell and wouldn't be bothered and so on. And so I start going down the stairs to go and join them, and this deer stops right in front of me, and I had like a stare down with a deer. But I was talking to the girls going, what do I do? What do I do? Do I run?
They were witnessing this?
They were witnessing, but they were further away, and so it was like the deer was between me and them, and it was a stare down between me and the deer. And this was before I smoked the joint, by the way. Okay, this isn't me like,
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah, I knew. But anyways,
Who won the stare down, by the way?
well, Cindy, you remember Cindy? Muscle
Yep.
Cindy? And so she came over and saved me from the deer, and I went over and joined them in the parking lot. But that was like the weirdest encounter I've ever had with an animal, I believe, that I can think of. Well, that and I think I have something with deers, or maybe it was goats. I don't know. I don't know. There's some like family home
What are
video.
the odds of hitting a deer with your car?
Oh my God!
What are the odds?
God forbid. I don't know, but I pray it never happens. Poor deer and poor car
I
and
hit
poor
2
you.
deers.
How did you? In the same trip or at the same time?
No, 2 different times.
Really? Did you kill them both?
I don't know. I didn't really stick around to find out.
So it was a hit and run?
We hit and ran. No. The first time, they ran. What do you mean? I guess they didn't die instantly. Like, they took off after the fact.
Okay.
But it was like, I swear to God, like the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation movie. Not that it happened in the movie, but it felt like I was in that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Where I was driving on the highway, and a deer came out of nowhere and then started running beside the car as fast as my car. Right? Like his head was in
How
my window.
fast were you going?
On the highway. And it was running beside me, and I noticed it, so it slowed down, and it started running beside me, and then it started to run in front of my car, and I think I ran over it.
Well, how do you think you ran over it?
I'm pretty sure I ran over it.
If you're running over something that's substantial, you know if you ran over it or not.
There was no deer there after the fact. No deer.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, no deer.
Were you smoking something?
No, we pulled over, and another car that was
Who's
actually
we here?
on the
This
highway.
is you and your ex, or you and
Yes.
okay, yeah.
And the kids were all in the car.
The kids too?
Yeah,
Oh my
they
God,
were-
how much how
They were
traumatizing.
really young, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, another car stopped because they saw what happened, and then we looked for the deer, and it was nowhere to be found.
And you're sure it was a deer?
Oh yeah, I mean we locked eyes. We locked.
You had your own stare down.
We could have had the fist bump for sure. That's how close he was.
Okay, and second one?
He just hammered it.
Just
Destroyed my truck.
really?
I wasn't driving.
Highway as well?
My ex was driving. It was sort of like the highway, yeah.
Were you traveling to the same place back and forth?
No, it was actually in Quebec.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think she was on the way back from campsite in Ontario.
You were with her, or she was?
No, I wasn't with
Okay, so it's not you would have it happened twice. It happened.
Well, my vehicles hit a deer twice. Like my family.
Not the same.
Yeah, okay, my kids did.
Okay.
My kids were in the car twice. Okay. So yeah, so that was my encounters with wild animals, and also that one time,
At band camp.
when we were on the golf course with the wild turkeys.
Oh,
Was it wild turkeys?
the wild turkey that tried to chase you because
Yeah.
its babies were in the tall grass.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was funny.
I took off in the cart.
Yeah, you left me there.
Like, run, fucking run!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not very nice. I apologize.
No.
But it was it was kind of funny. Those things are scary.
Yeah. They're big.
Yeah, especially when
Bigger than I thought.
yeah.
It's quite extreme when you see a bird bigger than you think. Right? Okay.
I'll say so.
You consider yourself a good cook?
I think I'm decent. I don't think I'm the best,
I think
but
you're
I
one of
think
the best cooks I've ever come across.
I think
I
you
tell
just-
you, would you stop?
But you're just so funny.
No, but seriously, I think you're one of the best cooks I've ever met.
I just think you haven't had
No, like-
somebody cook for you, really.
No, we've been to many good, nice restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, you think I'm better than some of the restaurants?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I appreciate that. I think
Maybe it's because I don't have to pay for it. But no, you're one of the best cooks I've ever had.
I think your chicken's very good.
I was waiting for something else.
Yeah, no, your chicken
No,
was
just my
was-
chicken.
No, your chicken was really good actually the other night.
Almost as good as the chicken we had on the barbecue that one night. When the family was over,
Yeah.
and I was burnt the whole backyard
Yeah,
down.
the fire marshal almost had to come.
That was scary.
Yeah.
It was the most scariest thing that I've ever witnessed.
Rule number 1, do not put aluminum foil down
No.
to protect the chicken and then have all the fat gather on it and then lift that up and
Poured right into the fire.
pour it right in.
Yeah.
Well, we trimmed a tree that way.
My eyebrows too. It was pretty good. My
Trimmed
arm
a
hair-
tree in the bushes.
Yeah, didn't have any arm hair left, but yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to cook. I don't do it often, but I love to cook. The only thing that I have a problem with, maybe all you viewers out there might have, or all you listeners might have the same problem.
All 2 of you.
Yeah. But it's the timing. That's my main.
That's one thing you do have an issue with.
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah, so I don't know when to start what, especially when there's multiple courses.
It's
Like if I'm just putting a pizza in the oven, it's a different story. But
yeah, but like when you're
multiple
cooking like
courses-
meat and veggies, you don't.
well, that's just 2 things that I could handle. But when there's like a
Well-
couple of them,
Sometimes you cook the veggies first,
yeah,
and then they just sort of sit there.
Get
They're
cold and
cold.
limp.
Cold and limp.
cold and limp broccoli. That's the way I like it, though.
Cold and limp asparagus.
No, my asparagus is good. I make good asparagus.
You do. It's just the timing.
Yeah, that's my problem. Timing. It's pretty bad.
But at least you cook. There's a lot of guys that don't cook.
I don't mind cooking. I like to cook. It's only because really you do a lot of stuff for us, and you come home late after work and you still cook. And I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
But
But.
I might do that because you're a very good cook.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I'm not going to cook because I want to eat actually something that I could actually swallow.
Or something that's going to be warm all at the same time.
Yeah, speaking of food, do you have any weird food combinations? Stories that you may have?
You've already
that-
asked me this. The
No, I
only
haven't.
weird food combination that I've ever really eaten are my dad's sandwiches, which are white bread, peanut butter, bananas, and mayonnaise. Which I believe,
That's gross.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was like an Elvis Presley thing or something in the past. Yeah. But that's the only weird.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Was it like Hellman's or was it like,
Well, when I was growing up, they
what's the bad one?
Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip?
We grew up with Kraft mayonnaise. I am a Hellman's. It's so funny. Did you do that too? Like when you moved out from your mother's at 40? I joke. But did you like change anything?
The only time I ever moved out from my mom's
I know it was
was when I
really-
came to live with you.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So you tell me.
I
Well, you're
can't.
going to answer your own question right
No,
here.
because
What's
I
your
was just
question?
thinking, because there's certain things like when I grew up, we grew up with Kraft mayonnaise. When I moved out, I bought Hellman's. My family, my parents were margarine people or are
Okay,
margarine
so
people.
yes.
I'm butter.
I always had margarine
Okay.
in my life.
And now with me,
Now
you're stuck with
you,
butter.
Butter.
Yeah, but which is better?
Warm butter on the counter. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it.
don't mind it?
But I've always had margarine in the fridge.
See, with us, we had ketchup in the pantry. And then
Whoa,
when I moved out,
after it's opened?
yeah, growing up all the time. And then with me, you're like freaked out. I've always put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be in the fridge,
I don't know.
in my opinion. After it's opened.
You can tell my parents
you-
tomorrow.
take that seal off that top of the ketchup.
Yeah.
Should go in the fridge.
Okay. So anything
Don't you
else?
find?
I just like my ketchup cold.
Me too.
So yeah, things like that.
Yeah, well, I noticed some things here that I didn't have before. Like, when I grew up, it's funny, when I grew up, we had, well, my stepfather would take out half a loaf of bread out of the bread, put it on the table on a plate with the margarine beside it, and we'd all have a glass of full milk. That was supper every night. And
You had more than just bread.
and we would eat yes that
Okay.
with our meal.
Okay.
Yes, with our meal.
Yeah. But I think that honestly, that I've heard about that in many families where there's boys. Because the thing is that I think it's just too expensive to feed teenage boys. So you put a bag of bread out there, and that at least takes care of part of their appetite for dinner. Sorry,
Maybe you're onto something.
I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, you didn't interrupt anything. But maybe you are onto something. Maybe that's what the plan was.
Boys are
But
expensive.
yeah, we didn't stop until we had ate all that bread. And it was fantastic. It was great. I'll never forget that.
You miss bread.
I love bread. Don't you love bread with
I
butter?
do. Yes, I do. But I'm at the age where it doesn't love me.
Okay, no, I understand. But you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
So you could have a couple pieces of bread if you want. Start putting it out. So, what's next? How old were you when you bought your first home?
Whoa, I didn't know where you were going with that question. When I bought my first home,
Yeah.
I was 24.
And were you scared? Were you nervous?
I was shitting my pants.
Really, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I still remember our first house. Well, again, I didn't buy it by myself. It was myself
your
and my first husband.
second,
Yes,
third?
my
or-
first
oh, your
husband.
first husband?
Yes, my first husband, and it was $118,000. And I thought, how in the hell are we going to afford this? But we did it, and we ended up selling it and going back into a cheaper house. But yeah, that was the first house, 24.
Yeah, it must have been scary, for sure.
Well, I didn't know anything about mortgages. I didn't know anything really.
Don't you find it sad that they don't teach kids in high school about loans and mortgages and all that
Everything, how interest works, how it's how
Stock market.
income taxes, all of that. There's so much real life knowledge needed, and it's not taught.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we figured it out. Figured out as we went.
Nobody's ever figured it out.
What do you mean?
I'm saying nobody's ever figured everything out in life.
No. The goal is to constantly be learning. No.
What's your name? Your middle name. What's your middle name?
I don't know. What's yours?
Albert.
Jean.
Yes, I know what your middle name is.
And where did yours come
Sandra
from?
Jean. Mine came from my grandfather, my mother's side.
Hmm.
His name was Albert Paget.
Here we go again with the
French.
names.
What? What do you mean?
Nothing.
And you? Where did you get your middle name?
Mine was, I believe, either a great aunt or a great great aunt. Something like
Really?
that. Yep.
So your parents loved you. You're
Yep.
saying. You're like, what's the great aunt we had back in 1910?
My
Let's
parents.
give her that name.
No, and so that's what it was. But it sounds pretty hick, though, when you think of it. Sandra Jean. It's like
Yeah.
I need cowboy boots.
Makes sense now why you killed tadpoles and stuff when you were a kid.
We're just weaning out the population
Of frogs,
of tadpoles.
which turn into frogs.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
You weren't sure? What else did you think they turned into?
No, I knew that. I knew that. So yeah, at least today, episode 4, we had topics. We have cameras.
We look like Doug and Bob McKenzie.
Doug and Bob McKenzie. My hat. You hoser.
You called me a hoser?
No, that's what they say in the movie.
Okay.
That's actually from, yeah, it's from that movie. Right? What's the movie called? Strange Brew.
I'm letting go of the beer. You taking it? No. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. Okay, then let go. Okay, fine. Dad, Bob broke your beer. No, I didn't. Doug broke it.
Strange Brew.
I don't know.
Shout out to my brother, Tim. He's going to love that reference. Strange Brew. You hoser. Doug broke your beer. Anyway.
Are you just going to have a conversation with yourself? Should I leave you here?
There are going to be some people who understand that for sure.
Okay. Not me.
Well, not you. What movie should I reference and then you'll get? Goonies? I don't,
No, I didn't. Never
watched
saw the Goonies.
You're so weird.
No.
You're so weird. Yeah, one day we'll sit down and we'll just watch movies that you've never watched before and you'll be like, oh my God.
Perfect.
I've never lived.
And one day.
I've never lived.
And one day we will watch movies that you have never watched.
I've seen every movie.
No, you have not.
Name one.
The Notebook.
Seen bits and pieces of it. Loved it.
No, you did. You're such a
Loved
liar.
I will never watch it ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 4.
Yes. It was fun. You're always amusing. To me, anyways.
So are you. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in to episode 1, 2, 3, and hopefully 4. Our numbers seem to be getting lower, though, every episode. Our downloads and views and stuff.
I don't pay attention to that.
What's the reason for that?
Because people don't find us as funny as we find us as funny.
What are we going to do about that?
That's okay. We'll just keep laughing.
Okay, I agree. So, our podcast's not for everybody, but hopefully you could laugh a little bit, find us entertaining. We don't know. We'll see. Maybe you'll start loving us, maybe you won't. Whatever. But, Quiddy couple.
Out.